It's an awfully staticky night tonight. K6VBG.
I don't think anybody's out here yet, Dave. KG6B.
All right, Daryl, you're checked in on the other one.
Okay.
Man, what happened, Daryl? I could barely hear you.
And there's Ronnie.
25 watts instead of 50.
What'd you say?
25 watts instead of 50.
Okay.
Different radio.
That's right.
And you're checked in, Ronnie. Guarantee you guys Mike's radio's on. He's just probably finishing up dinner or something.
Hey Ron, is this a little louder now?
Yes, it is.
I'd turn the antenna.
Gotcha.
Where'd you go, Daryl?
Now you don't hear me?
I hear you. I was just giving you a bad time.
Okay, I was going to say, you ought to be able to hear me on a coat hanger.
No, you're not that good, but, you know, I can hear you.
Okay, good evening. I'm here, K6MYC, 2-meter Bozo Net, baby south, looking for KB6RQU and 6SWR and everybody else.
Kilo 6, Victor, Bravo Golf 971.
KJ6 TYO 1009.
I got 971, I got 1009.
KJ6 ZKE 704.
Kilo Golf 6, Charlie Echo Fox 982.
Okay, we got 982 and 704 too. Good evening all. Did you guys have a good 4th of July there, Terry?
Well, roger that. Quiet, but listening to all the loud explosions. Some of them are pretty good.
Well, you didn't blow up the garage or burn the backyard down. How about you? And good evening to you, Dave. I got you in here first. Go ahead, Dave.
Hi, Roger. Roger, Mike. How you doing? Just thinking you had a good 4th of July. You didn't burn your backyard down. Yeah, we didn't have any fireworks. We stayed at home and cooked a nice flaming on the barbecue, and that was about it.
Yeah, we had a quiet evening as well. We didn't hear one bang or see one fireworks. From here, we didn't hear a single pop, so that was good from our standpoint. And the reason I'm a little late, Matt walked in just at the last minute, and I had a couple of words with him. He just got back from this boat trip to the Caribbean, so we exchanged a few of his pleasantries. He had a very good vacation. He said they didn't have to do anything. Everything was done. All he had to do is pick up the glass and drink, and pick up the fork and eat. Over.
Roger, Roger. The way it's nice, isn't it? I love going on a cruise just because of that.
Okay. Back over to you there. Ron, good evening, 1009, KJ6TYO, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. Just hanging out here, and yep, 4th of July just was that day, and no other day, so that was good. They didn't drag it out all weekend long.
Yeah, boy, you're way down tonight. You're weak. You must have the antenna in the other direction or something. But anyway, good evening to you. And I guess you're back to work starting in the morning?
I think I'm going to go Tuesday.
Tuesday, okay. Very good. Over to, let's see, I think I got it. Well, 982. 92. How about you, Daryl? What's up?
Oh, not a darn thing. Tony's been on hiatus from radiation until Tuesday because they burned her. She had blisters.
Oh, my. That's a bummer.
Yeah, but I guess that's part of the whatever. And so we've just been kind of taking it easy around the house here.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear about the mishap there. Hopefully it won't cause any long-term damage, and she'll be back at it again, and maybe it'll actually enhance the cure, so to speak. Anyway, good evening to you. We probably also have Aaron. Aaron, are you in? Aaron must be here somewhere. K6USY and Brittany. I don't hear him. KM6SRR and Candace.
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven's here. Good evening, John. And I guess it wasn't, was there a contest this weekend? I don't think so. Oh, I guess it was. It was the CQ. I forgot all about the damn thing.
Yeah, I worked N6RO. was my only contact.
Hoop-de-doo. So much for the West Coast on the CQ contest. Boy, it hasn't got much play out here, has it?
No, he worked about 30, 40 people. I worked one.
Good for you. I'm just blew it completely. I walked around thinking, geez, seems like I got something I should be doing here. Saturday, I stumbled around and finally found some things to do outside. I found a weed. Again, another weed. They keep coming back. I think they like the place.
As long as the rattlesnakes stay away.
Yeah, no rattlers. That's for sure. Thanks, anyway, John. So, let's see. Let me call down south again. KB6RQU. You there, Rick?
KM6SRR, number 432.
There's 432 and 1200. How are you?
Doing good, Mike. Yep, 1200 is on a Zoom call right now, so she can't come up in person, but we'll check her in.
Sounds good to me. And how did you do over at Larry's?
Oh, we did pretty good. We got the tower down. Well, actually, Beckman got the tower down on the trailer and took it over there and left the trailer there. So I'm not sure if Ken's going to have a little antenna assembling party on Monday or not. He was on the club net tonight, so maybe he'll show up here and let us know.
Okay, very good. Well, I'm going to call again. Let's see if we can hear Ben down there. N6SWR. We haven't heard him now for a month. I wonder if he's ever going to come back. N6SWR, K6MYC. How about it, Ben? And we're losing DMO5. Well, let's see. We're short some other check-ins here this evening, but I'm going to move on. I'm going to go to a Atascadero and see if Ron is there. So here we go toward Atascadero. Okay, 6MYC in the Bozo Net, heading toward Atascadero, Paso Robles. Okay, we should be pretty much toward you, Ron, W6QUI. W6QUI, Atascadero, okay, 6MYC, Bozo Net.
Yeah, good evening there, Mike. C6MYC, W6QUI, Bozo 1055, over.
Yeah, good evening, good signal. You survived the 4th of July. Was it hot or cold over there?
Yeah, we survived that. Unfortunately, a number of fires started, but suspiciously might be related to fireworks. And we were in a parade. Last minute, the Model T decided not to run right, so we had to take a different military vehicle, but went to the Templeton parade and had a huge turnout of spectators. Never, ever seen it that big. People are really patriotic this year for some reason. Over.
Yeah, what was the event again? I mean, I know what the event was, but where was it?
It says they do the 4th of July parade every year in Templeton.
Oh, in what city?
Templeton.
Oh, okay, yeah, Pendleton, okay. Very good. And a lot of people turned out. That's good. I think everybody's becoming more patriotic now that we've got a president that's in favor of helping the country.
Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it, too. Yeah, it was really very impressive. I don't know if Eric's around or not. I talked to him on the phone this morning, but he didn't say anything about getting on. Are you around, Eric? Yeah, apparently he's not up here.
Okay. Well, let's see. Rob, are you copying Ron down there? Give him a shout. K6MYC.
Yep, sure. He's loud and clear here. How you doing, Ron? W6QUI, KM6SRR.
Yep, likewise, Rob. Good signal as usual. I never know where to put my antenna. You guys are north and south or in Fresno, so it varies a little bit, but I just tuned for maximum smoke here.
Yep, you're sounding good, so whatever you got, don't fool with it. It's working.
Yeah, okay. Hopefully. Okay, very good. Hope everybody had a nice, safe 4th over there.
Yep, no fires that I know of. I was home to guard the place, but we made it out okay.
Now, we left the fire stuff for you guys in San Luis Obispo and Santa Barbara. What was the fire? What was the town that the fire was in down below, south of you there?
South of me? I don't know.
I thought it was near Santa Barbara. It wasn't Vandenberg or in place, but I thought it was somewhere down south of Napomo.
I haven't heard about that. Yeah, there was a fire in Templeton, believe it or not. There's a very old grain feed and grain store there. They have a giant, big tall elevator that I guess they used to use for grain in, and somehow that thing caught on fire. It's probably been there for, I don't know, I can't tell you, but it's all wood, so it's been there a long time.
Well, it dried out real good, and did it burn well?
Yeah, unfortunately, the roof burned off of it, so we kind of suspect it was fireworks that started it.
Yeah, bummer. Okay. Well, good enough. Thanks for checking out. I guess we aren't going to have anybody else want to say hello to Ron over there? We don't have our big guns in here yet this evening, Ron, over. All quiet on the Western Front. And I've already missed the guys in Los Angeles. Let me go back that way.
Okay, very good, Mike. Good evening to you and others over there. Look for you. I'll be on Tuesday. I'll be on Tuesday. I don't think anything's going on. So, 7-3.
7-3, Ron.
7-3, Ron, and KG6 USS. I don't know if you called up this way or not. I had the beam in another direction. KG6 uniform, sugar, K6MYC. Are you there, John?
Yeah, hi, Mike. How you doing? How you doing tonight?
not real strong tonight, but I've got your 831. I'll give you my Bozo 47, and I'll turn it over to Rob, and he'll give you his number. KM6SRR with KG6USS, K6MYC. Go ahead, Rob.
Okay, Mike, thanks. How you doing, Ron? I'm sorry, John, KG6USS, Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo, number 432.
Yeah, hey, Rob, how you doing? Yeah, both of you started coming in pretty strong there. Yeah, good signal on you tonight for a change. I don't know what the heck was going on the last couple of nights, but I got a good copy on you tonight, so copy.
All right, yeah, you're up and down a little, but good, clear copy.
Copy that. All right, very good. Thanks for checking in on my side. Appreciate it. And we'll get back to somebody else. Anybody else want to check in here?
I don't think we have anybody of the big guns in here yet. Everybody's still doing other things here for the 4th of July weekend. Anybody else for the Southern California guys, KG6USS and all? Anybody up here? K6MYC, go ahead.
How about John, K6MI? Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I'm here. And 711 K6MI.
K6, what was it?
Right again, John, you double.
K6MI 711. I'm here.
Listen up, John. Listen up, KG6USS. We've got K6 Mexico, Italy calling you, over.
Yeah, let me swing the beam.
K6MI, KG6USS High Desert, let's go.
Go now, John. He's rotating. Hang on, John.
Okay, this might work. K6 Mike Italy 711. Go ahead.
711. How you doing tonight? Good hearing you. Haven't heard you for a while.
I've been in and out. Field day took up a lot of time. K6MI.
K6MI 711, KG6USS. Got you on the log. Thanks for checking in, brother.
Thank you.
I guess that's it, John. 7-3. We'll see you on Wednesday. KG6USS in the group, K6MYC, Bozo 47, and Delta Mike 07, the Northern California Bozo Net.
All right, Mike, Rob, and 711, thanks for checking in, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's been kind of rough the last couple of weeks for sure. KG6USS, Bozo 831, Southern California.
7-3, John. Going to Santa Cruz now, guys.
Hey, Rick, KB6RQU, are you on tonight? We're done with the Loud LA guys. KB6RQU. Ben, N6SWR. Mike, I looked back on the LA's check-ins for Sunday nights and Wednesday nights, and Ben hasn't been checking in there either.
Yeah, okay. KM6SRR, Kilo Mike 6, Sugar Radio, KM6S, no, that's not right. What am I thinking? KW6S. I'll be okay when I give myself a pound in the head with a hammer. KW6S, KW6S, or Alpha Foxtrot 6 United, K6MYC, looking at Watsonville and Santa Cruz.
K6MYC, KW6S. Good evening, Mike. And I was wondering if that was what was going on or not. Let's see, 610. Back to you.
Yeah, I pushed the wrong button at first, and then I overshot and went to 285, and Judy corrected me here. So we're okay now, I think, at about 274 for you guys. Hope you had a good 4th. You must have had the opportunity to watch a few fireworks anyway where you were, over.
Yeah, my sister lives right down on the beach on the 4th floor, and so we went. She's got a real good view from, well, good 180 or more view just sitting in our living room. And so we watched all of the semi-legal fireworks, and I don't know the semi part, but watched a lot of fireworks on the beach and in a lot of the neighborhoods close to the water. And yeah, it was kind of entertaining, and we got home and listened to the big explosions all night long. But yeah, as far as I know, everybody came out of it okay over here. K6MYC, KW6S.
Okay, very good. We didn't have any fires here, no fireworks, no explosions, no bangs, nothing to look at. It was very quiet here. So, there you go. It was just fine with us, unless we watched TV. Yeah, we watched some fireworks on TV until we got bored with that. I can't see much of that, so I get bored in about 10 seconds. Okay, let's see if Lee is in there this evening. He was in there the other night to replace you, so that was good. AF6 United, AF6U in Watsonville area, K6MYC. No Lee tonight, it looks like.
Golf, Yankee.
WB6GGY 884. Good evening, Phil. Might as well talk to you. I can hold KW6S at bay here for a second. So we missed you a little bit this morning, but I think by the time you had propagation, you were off to church. We did not hear anything from Bob, and I had a nice chat with Mark, but nothing from Bill either. So maybe everybody will be back together and on schedule tomorrow. WB6GGY K6MYC.
Yeah, okay. Well, I've got a Meta glasses meeting tomorrow, and I'll give you a report all about it when I get back. But the Meta people are meeting with the visual handicap group, and so it should be quite a meeting. Looking forward to it. WB6GGY.
Yeah, I can't figure out why they can't get the Valley Center for the Blind wound up in some kind of a thing like that. I'm still waiting. I haven't heard from them for over a month, Phil.
I will ask that very question. I will ask them and see what kind of answer I get.
Yeah, okay. Very good. I was hoping Kerry would be in here this evening. Kerry, are you here? KC5D2? Well, we got other things going on there. He was down, he and I went into town on Thursday, had a great day, had lunch and other stuff, so you knew I guess. Anyway, good to hear you, and we'll see you in the morning, Phil. And I expect we'll probably hear Greg in here a little bit later as we get around in his direction. WB6GGY, Twain Hart, 884 K6MYC.
Okay, later. WB6GGY, thank you for taking me in early. WB6GGY, 73.
73, Phil. And one more call for Lee. AF6 United with KW6S, K6MYC. Lee, are you there? I guess you're all alone, Tom, so you take it and wrap her up, and we'll see you tomorrow night on the big dual bender.
Yeah, very good, Mike. Yeah, I'll be here. I'm not sure about Wednesday night yet, but I'll be here Monday and Tuesday nights. I'm not sure about Wednesday night and Thursday night. I'm pretty sure I will not be on the net, but I'll check in for all the frivolities whenever I can get to the radio here. I'll let you get on with the net and catch you tomorrow night for the duel. K6MYC, KW6S.
Well, I didn't know. You didn't tell me we were supposed to be waiting for the frivolities. When are they going to start?
Well, I thought they already had.
Yeah, well, it's all in the mind, isn't it? Yes, we're in a great frivolity here. Well, we're in pretty good spirits, and Matt seemed to be very, very happy and very relaxed after a nice week and a half of vacation down in the Miami, Florida area and the Keys and offshore on the boat. They had one of those trips his daughter organized a couple of years ago, and it finally came to fruition. So they enjoyed themselves. Matt said he didn't have to plan anything, talk to anybody, write any quotes, or do anything. Didn't have to fix any dinners. He just sat there and had to lift a glass and lift a spoon from time to time.
That's the great part about a cruise or a vacation that somebody else has totally planned and taken over. When we go on trips, my wife plans it out ahead of time, and then I go through and kind of go over it on Google Earth, and then it's kind of the same thing. We know what we're going to do, and we just go have a good time.
There you go. Okay, well, look, we'll see you tomorrow night. Look forward to 222 and 6 meters later in the evening. I haven't had much in the way of 6-meter openings here. I didn't listen today. Well, I did. I turned it on about noon, but I didn't hear anybody. I haven't heard anybody on 50.125, but I really wasn't in earshot of the radio for most of the day. I found another weed. The weed keeps coming back. I send him away, and then the weed keeps coming back and puts himself in other parts of the yard, Tom. So I had to chase him out again. 7-3, we'll see you tomorrow. KW6S, K6MYC.
Very good. Yeah, this weekend was the CQ Worldwide, although I don't know why they call it that because CQ's gone, but CQ Worldwide VHF sideband for 6 and 2. And I got on 51.25 and 144.200 and called CQ a few times. I never heard anybody and on either band, and certainly didn't get a response. So I think that was kind of a washout. But we'll have to wait for September, I guess, for another good VHF contest. K6MYC, KW6S.
Yeah, well, I forgot about it, so I announced it, of course, and then I forgot about it. I was wandering around Saturday thinking I should be doing something else. I had set aside some time, and I kept thinking, and it never came to me. But we're going to hear a report in just a second from N6RO. He supposedly worked about 35 contacts in the contest. John, K6 Mexico, Italy, worked 1. He made a contact with N6RO, and that was it. So, to my knowledge, so far, 1 contact in the San Joaquin Valley from all our crew here. Nobody else even participated, as far as I know. So the CQ contest is they're going to have to do a better job of promoting it and doing something to get people stirred up about it. But it's also helpful if it's not on the 4th of July weekend, over.
Yeah, and what they did that I liked, well, I was a little disappointed it was only 6 meters and 2 meters, but what they did that I liked is they split it. This was the sideband and CW, well, phone and CW weekend, and then I think it's the 20th is digital. And so I'm guessing that'll all be FT8 and maybe a little meteor scatter. But they did separate the 2 out, and I think that was a neat deal. And so I was really hoping I'd find somebody on 6. And through the whole weekend, I never heard anybody. And the few times I called CQ, I certainly didn't get a response. But we'll keep trucking away. I've got 2 more states to go. K6MYC, KW6S.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to suggest to Ken when he sends his login, I'm pretty sure he'll send his login, that make a suggestion that maybe they should put out a little bit of an email to people like me who run a net and the guys in Southern California so we could help to promote their weekend. I didn't know about it. I can't read. I didn't see any, and the magazine is gone, so their promotion sucks. And it's no wonder they don't have anybody participating. I didn't even know it was a phone CW weekend versus an FTA. I probably would have paid more attention if it had been known that it was going to be just sideband. I would have got on there for at least an hour and called CQ and made noise on 6 and 2 meters. Okay, so much for that. 7-3, Tom, we'll see you tomorrow night. K6MYC going to the Bay Area.
Kilo 6 Yankee Lima Hotel.
K6 Yankee Lima Hotel. Sounds familiar, but I can't put a name and a Bozo number to it.
Good evening. This is Kilo 6 Yankee Lima Hotel. Jevin in Watsonville. Bozo number is 916. Over. 916.
Well, howdy. K6YLH in Watsonville. Wonderful. Good to hear you. 991. What was the number, Judy? Did you hear it? 916. 916. Okay. Very good. And it's been a long time, so I've forgotten your handle. So you might give me your name. My name is Mike, of course. But great to hear you. Also in Watsonville, but not present tonight, is Lee, AF6 United. I don't know if you know Lee or not. He's not in Watsonville. He's just outside on a little hill in a place that starts with a P, but I can never remember the name of the area. Anyway, K6YLH, again, take it away. K6MYC Bozo Net.
Yeah, K6MYC from K6YLH. The handle here is Jevin. Juliet Echo Victor Oscar November. Jevin rhymes with Kevin. I don't know that I know Lee. I may have talked to him here on this net before. Wonder if the community near Watsonville where he lives might be Prunedale. Starts with a P, Prunedale. Does that sound right?
No, it's not Prunedale.
Royal Oaks.
No, I think it's something like not Pendleton, but Pemberton or I don't know. I just can't remember the little area. It's not very far from Watsonville, and he lives on a little hill, so he's got a very good location. But he's out in the sticks, sort of.
Well, definitely we'll have to listen for him next time. I've just been kind of doing non-ham related things this weekend and was a little bit disappointed not to have made time for the VHF contest, but hearing from all of you that there wasn't a lot of activity, I guess I'm less disappointed that I didn't make the effort. Over.
No, we were talking about the CQ VHF contest, which doesn't have anywhere near the play that the June ARRL VHF contest has. That was a good contest and fairly well attended by a lot of people. You would have had fun with that. And that goes on from 11 o'clock on Saturday morning till 8 o'clock on Sunday evening. The CQ contest that was this weekend was poorly promoted because I don't think they have a magazine anymore. And it starts at 11. I think, no, it starts at 7 a.m. in the morning, and it's done by 7 a.m. in the morning Sunday or something like that. It's got some weird time frame. If you stay on frequency, maybe you can hear Ken, N6RO in Oakley, up near Vacaville, and he will give us a repeat on what the start and end times were. He worked about 35 people in the contest this weekend. He did a lot more than that in the June contest for ARRL. Anyway, very good. Jevin. Very good, Jevin. Well, listen, try to check in. Lee is his call, Alpha Foxtrot 6 United. He checks in almost every Monday and Wednesday, Sunday and Wednesday, and then he also checks in on 432 on Thursday night. So if you have any of those bands, you should run into him. He's been quite regular, probably misses one out of every 3 days of the week for check-in here. So if you get on a little bit more regular now, you'll undoubtedly run into him. And I think you'll probably hear Tom. You can hear Tom where you are from Santa Cruz, right?
Is that KW6S coming in over here real strong?
Yeah, he's in Santa Cruz running high power, and you should hear him. You can always check in with him if you don't hear me or you don't want to wait. Call Tom, and he'll check you in if you can't wait around here. and most of the time Lee is around as well. All right, 7-3, gentlemen, and we'll see you hopefully on Wednesday. Tell me what other bands you have, over.
Oh, real good. I have 432 and 1296 and 6 meters as well.
Oh, well, you've got them all, so we want to hear you on all those bands. Tomorrow night is 222 in the early part of the evening at 7:30, and then about quarter after 8 we switch over to 6 meters on 50.140. And we go from 8:15 to about 9:15 on 6 meters there. But you'll have to stay on there a little while because I don't start out with the beam in your direction there. And then Tuesday is 1296. Love to work you on 1296. We also pick up Tom in that direction, so you would be right in the beam heading. So if you get on Tuesday, we can work you there. And then Wednesday back on 2 meters here again. And then Thursday is 432, which, again, you should have Alpha Foxtrot 6 United and KW6S in there. 7-3 for now. I'll turn it back for any other comments or final. Jevon, K6MYLH in Watsonville, K6MYC.
Yeah, K6MYC from K6YLH. Well, thanks so much, Mike. Appreciate the warm welcome as always, and nice to hear everyone. And I'll say 73, and hope everyone has a nice start to the week. This is K6YLH.
Well, yeah, we're having a week now that we'll be sort of getting back to normal here, with vacations and other things sort of out of the way. Anyway, good evening to you. And I heard another station in there, but you were covered up by YLH. So who is the other breaker? K6MYC moving toward the Bay Area. Go ahead.
226 is here.
Yeah, good evening, Ken. Good evening, WA6OIB, I should say, 226. Good evening. And I guess you've got some kind of a plan for Larry and his antenna assemblies on Monday. Is that true?
Yeah, it was, but it's not now. Yeah, he called me Saturday, and the contractor that's working on his house is going to be doing asphalt work there, so they're not going to be able to put any kind of crane in there at all, so they had to cancel the whole thing. We took everything over there, got this tower down and antennas and everything, and Rob and I and some other guys. But anyway, we were going to go over Monday and put the tower up, but no luck, so we had to cancel the whole thing until the asphalt hardens up. You don't want to drive a 40-ton crane into the on new asphalt.
Oh, that's for sure. Probably a week or so, huh?
At least a week, yeah, for sure. But anyway, good evening to you and the rest of the net. WA6OIB 226 is here.
Yeah, too bad you couldn't have got that done before the asphalt. All right, well, good. We just finished with Tom, but he may still be here. I'm still pointed in that direction. You wanted to give Tom a call, KW6S?
KW6S. Hi, Tom, if you're still there, WA6OIB. I'm pointed at you now.
WA6OIB, KW6S. You certainly did change something. So you do have a pattern on the antenna, I believe. Yeah, good to hear you. It sounds like you had a bit of a fumble there on the planning for the tower raising. It seems like everything I start to do like that runs bad because someone didn't do what they were supposed to, much less, but yours is somebody did something instead. WA6OIB, KW6S.
Yeah, well, I have no control over that. I had no idea. And Larry doesn't keep track of that stuff. He just doesn't. His son-in-law is running the project over there. Larry doesn't really do much of anything. So on that project, he's
basically, he writes the checks, and his son-in-law is his contractor. So, but that's fine. He's using his son-in-law to, and he's a bright young man, does a good job. So they've done a wonderful job over there. So, but you know, it was scheduled and nobody knew about it. So that's those things that happen. We're in no hurry. We'll put the tower up whenever we get it's ready to go up. That's the main thing. It's over there, and all poised with all the bolts ready and all that stuff. So it's going to be a half-hour job to get the tower up. It's everything's there. It's going into a you know, a framework, the frame that comes with it for the tilt. The tilt mechanism is what I'm trying to say. It's going into a tilt mechanism. At the old house, it was bolted directly to the pad because he had no room to tilt it. And now he's got lots of room, so we're putting it back on the tilt frame. So that's an easy job. You know, you just once you get the pivot bolts in, you slide it into the flanges on the bottom and throw the 9 bolts in after that, and you're done. So. And it was taken apart years ago with that mechanism, and so we know it'll fit because it was up for about 20 years. So anyway, that's the story, and I'm sticking to it. KW6S WA60IB.
Yeah, one thing, Tom, it's not at Ken's place. It's at Larry's place. Larry is W6OWL, and it's now out in Clovis, right, Ken? In Clovis somewhere?
Yeah, it's Clovis, Knees and Clovis Avenue. He's just a little, just about not even a quarter mile, about an eighth of a mile east of Clovis Avenue on Knees. And a big place there. He's got 2.5 acres, nice big place. Got a lot of room for the tower. It's going to tilt over just fine.
Oh, good deal. Okay. Last question on your move. Is there anything going on? Are you still intending on selling your place? I hear there's a lot of action going on in your neighborhood.
Well, we're looking for a place. We've got a couple of realtors looking, and they haven't found anything that's suitable. They're sending back 20-acre lots and stuff like that. Now, we don't want it. We want an acre or so. We're trying to downsize. We want an acre and about a 2,000 square foot house, and you know, that's fairly decent and fairly new. That's all we're looking for.
On top of a hill, that's what makes it tough. Okay. Well, good luck with that. Okay, and under $100,000. Okay, I got it. No wonder. Judy's laughing. All right, good enough. Tom, any comments for Ken before we move on? KW6S in the group, K6MYC.
No, not really. I was figuring out that was Larry there. His antenna, I knew he was moving and had a new antenna to go up, or old antennas to go up again. And yeah, the crank over, a friend of mine has crank up, or crank over, well, crank up and crank over, and got a pretty good sized antenna on it, and he just got one of those hinge things that go up, so when he can unlatch it, and as the antenna comes down, the antenna more or less stays horizontal, so you can get it down close to the ground. And I thought that was a pretty fascinating addition that I'd thought about, but never actually seen one in action. But yeah, good luck. I looked for quite a few years and decided not to keep looking when my daughter got a place about 1,000 feet from us. Anyway, I'll be here tomorrow night. WA6OIB, K6MYC, KW6S.
766 here.
Okay, 756, go ahead.
766, this is WA6VZM. Hi, Mike. And glad you're going through with this net. Everybody's enjoying it, and everyone have a good evening. I hope everyone had a good 4th.
Yes, we did, Gwen. Thank you very much. Good to hear you. K6VZM. Very zealous mother, K6MYC. Good to hear you, Gwen.
WA6VZM, and good to hear you, Mike. Yeah, and hi to Judy there.
Judy says hi. Okay, good deal. Thanks for popping in here and give us another check-in. We're short of check-ins this evening, so we need all we can get. Hi. Good night, Gwen. I hope you had a good weekend there. Good luck with your home search.
Thanks so much. Yeah, it's a challenge, but something will come up. WA6VZM. Thanks, Mike.
Hopefully something will pop up. Who knows? All right. Let me see. I'm going to move now into the Bay Area at 285, maybe, if I'm lucky. Let's try the Bay Area. Bay Area Bozo Net. Sorry we're so late. K6MYC, Central California. Bozo Net looking central, looking for Silicon Valley check-ins.
And I want to say everyone,
WB6
Echo, give me an early check-in. It's been a very busy, hard day today, so I'm going to hit the hay.
I got it, Mike. Thanks. W6 Pampa Echo. And I heard WB6J and then a couple of others, so we'll get everybody. 7-3, Mike, thanks for checking in. You got your early check-in. And we'll pick up Jim next, WB6J and N. Go ahead, Jim. WB6JNN. Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, Mike, sorry about that. My radio's acting up. And so I'm not hearing well, and I'm looking at getting a new radio, so I'm open to suggestions. Sending this in, time for a new one, I think. I'm looking at the new FT1X, FTX1, but I'm not sure about that yet. Anyway, right now it's receiving, but it has been not receiving most of the time here. WB6JNN 285.
Okay. Well, this is weird, Jim. I'm clear up at 300 degrees and you're still coming in. In fact, I don't know how it got clear up there. Are you hearing me, Jim? Jim, are you copying me?
Just barely.
Well, you're coming through really good. That's the funny part. Let me move the antenna back to where it should be here.
Like I said, I've got problems in the receiver on this radio. Problems with receive on the radio.
Okay. I should be pretty close now. Jim, WB6JNN, K6MYC. I get you in two different locations as we had the other evening, but I couldn't hear you on the direct path the other night. Anyway, take another transmission because I was whistling back and forth between one heading and another here, and I missed what you said. So if you would do me the favor of repeating it, I hate to have you do that. You were copying, but I was trying to figure out what was going on with the rotor controller here. WB6JNN 285 K6MYC. Are you not hearing me, Jim?
Okay, I'm not hearing you very well because the radio here is cutting out on both HF and VHF. Seems to be in the IF somewhere. And I haven't looked at the schematic, but anyway, I'm thinking about getting a new radio anyway. So that's the crux of the matter. This radio's gotten intermittent on receive. It's like about a 20 or 30 dB of attenuation that gets lost, like an IF stage or something.
Okay, got it. Understand. 7-3, and maybe you'll come in the next time on a different radio and you can hear us there. 7-3, you're doing fine here. Good signal, so no trouble. 73, Jim, WB6JNN, K6MYC. Now looking into the Bay Area, taking more check-ins, please. Go ahead, guys.
AB6SR.
Is that AB6SR?
Yes, it is, Mike.
Okay. Well, it seemed like it was a little distorted, but I got you okay now. Good evening, Stan. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. Jim sounded pretty distorted, had a kind of echo on his transmit signal, what I was hearing here. Anyway, yeah, I hope I'm not too distorted. I heard Ken, WA60IB, down your way. He's normally about 5 and 3, but it went up to about 5 and 7, then went back to 5 and 3, then came up to about 5 and 7, and that lady called Gwen was about 5 and 6. Haven't heard her before. Okay, not too much from here. Did a bit this morning in the garden. The tomatoes are ready to eat, both the big size ones and the little orange cherry ones, which are so nice and tangy, which we love. And the afternoon I spent diagnosing some issues with my audio amplifier. It's an old Denon PMA 920. I love the thing. It's got very, very low audio distortion, and I lost one channel on it, so had to diagnose that. Managed to fix it. Anyway, good evening to Judy. Won't keep you too long there. Back to you, K6MYC. You're a hell of a signal, of course. AB6SR 807.
Okay, we got you. Good deal. Fine on the old amplifiers. Yeah, a lot of people like those old. Is that the tube amp?
No, it's a Denon. It's a PMA 920. It's from 1989. I've had it for years and years. Cost me $850 then. I think it was pretty expensive. So I love the thing, and I divert the output to a subwoofer as well. So I love old-fashioned stereo. You can. I tried an Onkyo one here, a 5.1 Dolby, but distortion so much higher. Anyway, enough of that. Back to you. It's been a nice day here, about 83. Much cooler than where you are, I expect, but we're happier with a slightly cooler temperature. K6MYC, AB6SR.
Yeah, very good. I didn't know they made transistors in 1989. How about that? Okay. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, of course. All right. Very good. Sounds like a fun project, and you've been doing that for some time, it sounds like. Very good, Stan. Let you go. And let's say, Ken, did you want to say hi to Stan, or if you're copying them there, WA60IB? Ken's probably in and out. His wife came out to the shack, and that means she probably came out to get him to go in for dinner. Over.
Great.
Go ahead, Ken. Go ahead, Ken.
I'm here.
Go ahead.
AB6SR, WA60IB. I am here.
Yeah, okay. It's good to hear you. He's down in the noise.
Well, very good. You have a great week, and try and keep cool. You're probably a lot cooler than we are down here. WA60IB.
He said you were down in the noise, Ken, and you guys doubled. Try it one more time. Let's get a good exchange going, and we'll let her go. Stan, try it again. Just turn it over to WA60IB, and he'll pick it up. I won't interfere this time. Go ahead.
Did you put it over to me?
Yes, I did, Stan. Your name is Stan, right?
Yes. Yes. Name is Stan. Ken, WA60IB. Heard you many times, but never as strong as tonight, though there's quite a long fade on your signal, but you're up to 5 and 7 here in Los Gatos from time to time. Back to you.
Did you copy him, Ken?
Yeah, very good. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Well, Mike, you're covering me up.
No, nobody talking over you, Ken. And finish up with Stan. He turned it back to you. Were you able to copy him?
Yes, I was able to copy him, yes.
Oh, I'm asking Ken because he doesn't seem to be responding to you. Go ahead again, Ken. Try it one more time. Okay, well, Ken is maybe busy with something in the background there, and he isn't paying attention. I don't know what's going on.
PQL on as well, Mike, so I'll back out now. Over to you.
Alrighty. Thanks, Stan 73, and we'll pick up anybody else that's checking in from the Bay Area.
KB6BA.
KB6BA, good evening, Oliver. Good signal, good strong signal. How was your 4th of July weekend?
Very productive. Got my usual 2 hikes in. Made a lot of progress in reconfiguring my microwave radio to make it perform better, especially on the weak signals on receive. Still got a few days of work left and getting ready for our Microwave Club's picnic and antenna measuring test range, which is done in 2 or 3 weeks. So we all set up our dishes and try to hear a transmitter 400 feet away, and also see how much power that transmitter measures from our transmitters, our own dishes. So plenty to do, but making progress. K6MYC, KB6BA.
Okay, so the transmit dish is probably 400 feet away, but trying to run down to the minus 50 dBm or so.
Yeah, it's a very weak transmitted signal from the distant source when we're trying to receive and determine the minimum detectable threshold. We turn it around, we turn our transmitters on at full power, and the distant source acts as a detector. So it's sort of automated, and the guy who runs it publishes a spreadsheet so that people can compare what the performance is versus the theoretical numbers given their transmit power and their dish size.
Okay, well, that's a good test, good practical, real practical test for the quality and improvement you may have done to the station there. Sounds good. Get ready for that, 3 weeks away. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for the update. I don't know if anybody else in the Bozo Net does that. There used to be some other microwave guys that checked in here, but I don't think anybody's doing it anymore except for yourself there. Who else do we have in the Bay Area for 2 meters here this evening? Any other check-ins? K6MYC Bozo Net.
W6PQL.
W6PQL. Go ahead, Jim.
A little bit of a double with somebody else. Did you turn it to me, Mike?
I did turn it to you. Go ahead, Jim. W6PQL 1296. Go ahead.
Okay, there was somebody else calling you also, and he didn't finish by the time I let up. So you're about the same strength as him, and I couldn't pick anybody out. But all right, we got it done. And about 74 here today. Pretty pleasant. And today I turned 76. Oh boy. Time marches on. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Well, happy birthday, or should I say happy unbirthday to you. Now you can start turning around, going back the other way, can't you?
Well, yeah, that'd be nice. Have you figured out how to do it?
Well, it's easy with numbers. It's harder from a physical standpoint, but with a pencil you can do pretty good.
Okay.
Pencil and a big eraser. You just erase those years away. Okay, very good. Did you do? You didn't play any golf this weekend. That would have been a nightmare, I'm sure. Anyway, won't keep you. Let's see if you can help me. See if there's anybody else in the Bay Area here. I'm missing Mike, KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, K6KLY, WB6WNI, and KT2G. A couple of others perhaps. K6MYC, Bozo Net, check-ins now, Bay Area.
Who was the other station that was calling Mike? Try it again. Kilowatt Bravo 6, check Mike Bozo, is 119211. Mike, do you have 1192 over there? Can you hear him?
I heard the 11 and the 92 disappeared. The 1192. Trying to remember who that is. I can't remember. What's the call sign? Give me a call. Yeah, repeat the call a couple of times and give me your grid square. I think I have to point more north for you. Over. He's not hearing me, Jim. Go ahead.
Kilowatt Bravo 6, Juliet Sugar Mike. Kilowatt Bravo 6, Juliet Sugar Mike.
KB6JSM. Good evening, John. Okay, I got you now. 1192. Gotcha. Thank you. Sorry for that. Yeah, you're still a little bit funny, but we've determined that the audio distortion is because you're pointed in a funny direction there. Anyway, good evening to you. Hopefully you made it through the weekend, and I don't know if they had any fireworks for you, or could you see any fireworks from your location over?
I don't think John and I were able to see any. You see any fireworks, John, on the 4th? You have any in your city?
No, only the local neighbors that shoot fireworks off every night.
Yeah, like here at Fremont, Mike, we're banned from using fireworks over here, even the safe and sane ones, the ones they call safe and sane. They've been banned for several years, so we hear them. People are doing all kinds of stuff out there.
Oh, I just meant the professional ones that sometimes they do them at an airport, sometimes they do them at other places that are pretty free of potential fires. Anyway, good evening to you, John. Thanks for checking in there. And we're copying you pretty well. KB6JSM, K6MYC. Anybody else in the Bay Area before we go to Oakley, please? Come now. Did you hear that, Jim?
No, it's all quiet over here.
Oh, okay, because somebody was talking in there, but I couldn't get it. Okay, the station that tried, would you try again? Listen up, guys. I need everybody put their ears to the radio. We got somebody that's trying to check in, and he's not very strong. Have him, please, if you're hearing me, just give me your Bozo number over and over and over. Then we'll know where to point. Over. Now he's not coming back. Give him a try, Jim. Just say QRZ. Anybody else for the Bay Area check-ins to the Bozo Net. Tell him I'm in Fresno at a point about 105. Well, maybe you're not hearing me either, Jim.
I don't hear anything, Mike. AB6SR. But happy birthday, Jim.
Yeah, I don't know where Jim went. Maybe he turned the antenna trying to hear this guy. Well, maybe it's just somebody talking on the frequency. I can hear a very low audio, very weak, but it keeps going, so maybe they're not talking to us here. All right, Stan, thanks for the reminder that you're not hearing him either, so whoever it is, we'll just have to keep trying, and we'll hear him someplace here. One last try for the Bay Area before I go to Oakley. K6MYC Bozo Net. Bay Area?
Echo 6, Quebec,
177, and we got you. KE6QR. Boy, are you weak. K6MYC. Over.
Well, you came up quite a bit. I think you just turned your gain. You're up to net 9 right now. Has my signal improved any?
Yeah, you're up now. Fine, Gary. KE6QR 177. Thank you. How'd you do this weekend?
Oh, we made a few contacts in the PQ VHF. Not very much activity on it, but we made a few and looking at possibly getting on the IARU HF contest next weekend. The main two contacts I had was within 6 RO, both on 2 meters and 6 meters.
Yeah, we'll find out in a minute how many he worked. I think somewhere around 35 or 40 stations he was able to get there. You got very distorted for me on that one. It was multipath motorboating, and I couldn't copy your results, but I guess you got on and worked a few people anyway. Over.
Roger that. Yeah, the conditions dropped back down again. Okay, thanks for letting me check in. Have a good net there. K6MYC, K6QR.
Yeah, thanks, Gary. We haven't heard you for a week or so, so welcome back. KE6QR, K6MYC. Now, anybody else, or do you want to try it? N6RO, go ahead.
WB6ISO. N6RO.
Yeah, I got you, Dennis. Stand by. Go ahead, Ken.
WA6MYC and 6RO, Bozo 835. In Charlie Mike 97, dinner was halibut and broccoli, high temperature 92, and that's the usual report. You want me to tell you about the weekend?
Yeah, tell me how many stations you worked. I forgot about the contest altogether, so I blew it. You didn't even get me in the log, did you?
No, sorry about that. It was much better than I expected. You know, just the past history. It's been an East Coast contest for, you know, a couple decades in the old format. But now the rules have split the FT into another weekend. So this is all analog on 2 meters and 6 meters, which is an improvement. I mean, that's what I like, is 2 and 6 analog. I had 35 contacts. 17 of them were on 6 meter CW. I had more contacts on CW than any other mode. I had a couple on FM, and the multipliers on 6 were very interesting. It was open at Texas most of the day. You know, I came out to the shack and operate 10 minutes, make a few contacts, go back in and watch television. Then I come back out in the next hour. I only put in, and one MM says I only put in 3 hours and 15 minutes. I probably actually sat at the radio for more than that, but anyway, where was I? Oh, the multipliers. Texas. I had 6 grids in Texas, mostly in East Texas. Well, East Central, anyway, Austin and all the way to Houston. One New Mexico station who was on the Sandia Peaks, and he was really loud, running 100 watts to an antenna on his truck. And late in the evening, right about now, no, a couple hours earlier, it opened, 6 meters open up to the northwest. And I worked VE 5, 6, and 7, a total of 4 stations, but there were 4 grids. And suddenly the band opened to Kansas, but it was very spotty, E-skip. Every time I was on, you know, I'd call CQ, and a guy would call me, and he'd fade out halfway through his call sign. Or I'd give him a report, and he'd never come back. I mean, the propagation was really nutsy. But that's the way the band goes. Anyway, I had a good time, and I think this contest is going to survive a lot more with the new rules. The only problem with it is the starting time, which favors the East Coast. Starts at 12 Zulu, which is 5 a.m. here. And you're not going to work anything at 5 a.m. It's again, you know, it's written by an East Coast guy, the rules, and they're going to favor East Coast no matter what. But at least they have taken FT out of the contest. That's going to be next weekend. It's the digital phase of the contest. That's enough for now. N6RO.
Okay. Are you going to turn your log in?
Oh, yeah.
You're going to turn your log in.
Yeah, you're way down. Did you turn the antenna?
No, didn't change anything.
Must be the band. I'm on my tall antenna right now.
You're roaring in here. I don't know what's going on. I'm running 1,500 watts, Ken. Everything's normal.
Oh, okay. It's back. It was just a fade. Just a fade. Okay, any questions on the contest?
Yeah, I said, are you going to send your log in?
Of course. I have the highest score this side of New Mexico.
Okay, well, when you send the log in, you might send a little note with them, because they don't have a magazine anymore, and they're only advertising this thing on the website. I never heard anything about it except from you. And you gave me the starting time. And when was the end time? When did it finish? At 7 a.m. on Sunday?
No, 12 Zulu, 5 a.m. on Sunday. 24 hours, 12 to 12. Zulu.
Wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. 5 a.m. on Saturday morning.
Yeah, 5 a.m. Saturday morning to 5 a.m. Sunday.
Okay, so it did end at 5 a.m. on the West Coast here. I would say maybe they could modify that time a little bit, give us another 3 hours, and that would help. But if you would suggest that they contact me and or anybody else that's running a big net, you might point them to the bozonet.com, bozonets.com website, and let them know we have 1,210 members here, and that I would be happy to promote the contest if I knew about it. But I had, other than you didn't, there was no other, I'd forgotten completely about it. John knew about it, John K6MI, and he worked you, one station only. The other thing I didn't know for sure, I would have even tried a little bit harder. I forgot about it, mainly, and it may not have helped. But if I'd have known that it was on sideband and CW only, that might have been some bigger incentive for me to go in the shack and get on, because I had the radio on, but I hadn't heard nobody. I heard nobody all day. So I guess I don't know how to beat that, but I probably had propagation at some point, but I was in and out most of the day and didn't listen real hard. So if I'd known, I would have made more noise. I would have gotten on and called CQ from time to time and see if I could stir anybody up. So tell them that I'm the net control, and if they would email me at K6MYC at K6Mike, K6MYC at protonmail.com. I'll give it to you again if you don't have it, K6MYC at protonmail.com. About the contest and the details, I would be happy to promote it as heavily as I can and get much more West Coast participation. Over.
Roger. I've already sent in my log, and my comments essentially say what you have said, except I didn't mention, sending it to you, information to you. Most of the guys in our region who normally participate in the ARRL contest were completely unaware. The only guy I worked was Gary and John, M.I., and all the other regional contacts were guys on my own operating team, and plus N5KO down in Santa Cruz. And so it was, they need tremendous promotion if they want the West Coast to be significant. I think the problem was for several, maybe 3 decades, the West Coast doesn't care because it's dominated by the East, and the propagation is usually not good enough. But separating the two modes, digital from analog, is a step in the right direction. I'll be communicating with N2NC on this, and we'll make sure we get the word out for next year.
Okay, who should I send a note to? Give me the name again. I was trying to get Judy sorted out on something here. Over.
Yeah, November 2, November Charlie. He's the head honcho of the committee for CQ Worldwide VHF.
Does he have an email address?
Probably on QRZ.
Okay.
I expect to hear from him because of my comments. If not, I'll call him in the next couple of days or email him and say, hey, you need to tell the folks out this way that the contest is different now.
Yeah, I mean, they're completely oblivious to what we're doing here with 1,200 members on all those bands. And so they're missing a huge opportunity to promote it. You know, I promote these things, and I try very hard to get everybody aware of it. And I did put the word out on the CQ after you gave it to me, but I didn't get it from anybody. And like you said, everybody in the local area was not aware of it. John is, because he's a contester from head to toe, and that was probably the only one. Him and Gary up there, KE6QR, but nobody else knew about it. So we could get it going if we just knew, and it was just 2 bands, right? 2 and 6 only.
Yeah, 2 and 6, sideband, CW, and FM. I made 2 on FM and 7 on sideband and 17 on CW 6 meters.
Yeah, okay, very good. Well, good. Congratulations on working it. I'm glad you had openings. That saved your day with the openings there. By the way, your system is not locked. Your Leo Bodnar is not working. You drifted up about 50 to 100 cycles during that transmission.
Yeah, I know. I've checked the antenna. I don't know what's wrong with it. Maybe I just have to reboot the control head.
Yeah, something there. Again, K6USY could help you, and maybe some others on here. But I can't help you. But Gary, how about Rob? Do you have any ideas on the thing?
Aaron heard last week or a ways back, and he said he knew what it was, so I'm not sure.
Okay, Aaron isn't in here. Aaron, are you here tonight? I think the stream is on, but he must be out somewhere with the kids.
Yeah, the stream is on, and I looked up the N2NC's QRZ page, and no email on his page.
Okay, we don't have any email on N2NC's QRZ page, Ken, over.
Okay, I hadn't checked it. I can dig it up, though.
Okay, yeah, I'll look for you to give it to me tomorrow night. I can send him an email. I just didn't know who to send to back there. Now, if I send it to CQ.com, I guess, is the starting website, or is it not?
CQ Worldwide VHF contest. I don't know if they have a website. Yeah, they have a website for sure. I'm going to look there to see if I can get an email address.
Okay, thanks for that. We'll wait to hear from that tomorrow night, and then we'll see if we can promote it a little bit better. Not only me, but the guys in Southern California would do the same thing. I'll bet you nobody was on in Southern California. It's bad enough here in the Northern California area during the June contest. So, and of course, changing the weekend, getting away from the 4th of July weekend would be a big help as well, over.
Yeah, well, this version, the analog version, is a week earlier than the contest normally is. Next weekend is the digital version of the contest, which on their traditional weekend. So that's another thing that people weren't aware of. And I'll try to dig up some information, and we'll just deluge the contest committee with, hey, we exist out here, you East Coast hogs.
Yes, look at our log sheet when we send you the Bozo Net, and look it up and see all 1,200 members that could be participating here if you guys would tell us about it, over.
Right, it's a promotional problem. I think it will improve just because the word is going to get out among the contesters, and particularly in the Bozo group.
Okay, I'll let you go. Move on here. Sorry to drink so long, guys, but this is important stuff for activity levels and stuff like that, so I wanted to get it sorted out with Kim. Thanks for being patient, guys. Let me see. I got Dennis waiting. Dennis, I can pick you up right now if the copy's good enough, but I can also look and see if there's anybody else up the San Joaquin Valley. We usually get a couple of others.
KM6 SR.
Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, the CQ Worldwide DX Contest website is CQWW.com.
It's not the CQ Worldwide DX Contest. It's CQ Worldwide VHF.
Hey, Ken.
Okay, I'll look in that.
You going to get up this way sooner or later?
Go ahead again, Dennis. You got covered?
Yeah, your signal is way down up this way, Mike.
Well, I'm not pointed at you, Dennis. I'm pointed at Ken.
Yeah, you're weaker than we. Ken is louder and really loud. As loud as I've heard him, but your signal not so good. Yeah, now you're like, wow. Yeah, his signal is, I can hear him. I got people that's been waiting on him over there, and I just want to make sure he can hear me.
I didn't get that.
Okay, I want you to hear me. I can't hear him, and you might have to relay. I got some check-ins, and so anyway, we want to get Mr. K6OSX, Kent 160 would like to get checked in. N1 PPP, Mr. Dave 336 also would like to be checked in. and number 782. That's November 6 Bravo X-ray. And Mike, if you're copying, we got Mr. Richard KA6NBC. He's on a vertical antenna. So if you happen to get where you're pulling your antenna over toward the Placerville area and can switch over to a vertical, he would like to try to work you directly. He's going to be on the vertical. He's on one of the earlier Kenwood 700, I think, a 10-watt radio, or whatever the case would be. But anyway, nevertheless, check him in at 4-9, and that's about all.
Stand by, Dan.
This is 86 WB6ISO.
Hello, did I miss everyone?
Oh, we're here. We're just covering people. Stand by. Okay, Dennis, WB6ISO. I missed the last station that you were talking about, I think. I was confused.
Ask him, I've got 160.
160, 336, 782, and 849, and that was it?
6 ISO. Yeah, stand by, Mike's talking.
Doubling.
Yeah.
Dennis doesn't hear me very well, Rob, Frank, Ken.
Yeah, it looks that way. He gave you quite a list of check-ins. Notably, he mentioned OSX, and he's one of the only guy in the region besides Gary that I worked.
Okay, that's Kent. He's a contester, but he's in a terrible spot in Clear Lake. No, I got the list, and I just wanted to make sure I didn't have anybody else after 849. But Dennis isn't copying me. I'm not sure whether he's pointed some other direction or what there, but I'm still pointing at you. He didn't give me a chance to point toward him.
Yeah, Dennis, are you hearing Mike?
No, I don't know what's going on anywhere. He's pointing. I catch him very, very lightly. He's normally very, very loud, but not so good this night.
Are you pointed at Dennis? Mike?
Just, I'll go toward him, Ken. Thank you.
Roger. See you tomorrow.
Mike, I think I heard you a little bit better that way. You know, I don't know where you're pointing your antenna. Are you copying me at all over?
Okay, this should be better for you, Dennis.
There you are, yeah. You know, where you've been hiding in the bushes?
Oh, yeah, Dennis, from my standpoint, there's no difference between your signal pointed the other way toward Ken or you. So no difference at all in signal strength. So I don't know what's going on your receiver.
Ain't nothing going on my receiver. I'm hearing everybody just fine, but boy, you were not even existed there. I don't know what was going on, but anyway, did you get my check-ins?
I got all of them, yeah. 160, 336, 782, and 849.
Yeah, okay. So now your signal went down, your audio and everything else also went down on me again. But anyway, KA6NBC, Mr. Richard is on a vertical antennae. He's running on one of the earlier Kenwood radios, only a 10-watt radio, but if you move your antenna or into the Placerville area on a vertical, you might give him a shot and see if you could contact him directly. Over.
Did you get that, Mike?
I did. I'm just fussing with something here. Stand by.
Yeah, now the signal's over there where it belongs there, Ken. I don't know what's going on there. I hear you fine. Now you it's all right.
Well, yeah. Are you hearing that Ken is drifting?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Well, there you are. Anyway, okay.
No, I could hear you just fine now there, Mike. I don't know what was going on, but anyway, if you go to your vertical antenna and try to get Richard a shout, see if you might be able to hear him.
I don't have a vertical on this band.
Okay, I did not know. All right, go ahead and check him in anyway, if you would, please. 849. Yeah, 849.
I got him. Remember, I'm copying you 100%. I've heard it. I copied everything you've said now since we started. Anyway, okay, we got it. And if there's no other check-ins, we'll see if there's anybody else that wanted to get in here between Ken and you. When I'm pointed at Ken, I usually have 3 or 4 other checkers in Modesto, but you don't hear them apparently. So.
Sometimes, but that's not for some reason. But I have one other question. You were talking about the station that was up in the Oregon area. Can you give me his call one more time?
KC7, Oscar Yankee.
Can you do it any slower so my pencil don't go up in flames?
Yep, kilowatt, Charlie 7, Oscar Yankee. KC7OOY, and his name is it Matt, Rob? I think his name is Matt, M-A-T-T. He's near Ashland, Oregon, over. And Charlie, November 82.
Is he going to be on a permanent deal? Was he just on a hilltop, or do you have any further information?
Dennis, he's in Charlie, November 82. I missed your last question because I was talking to Judy. Go ahead.
Yeah, I did not know if he's going to be on a permanent deal. Was he just hilltopping, or what's the story of that one?
Well, I don't know. I couldn't get a commitment from him. We gave him a Bozo number. He has 1210, Bozo number 1210, and but he is a hilltopper. He was operating from his truck. He has a truck with a kilowatt in it and a 15-element K1FO Yagi, and he was on a hill, I believe, and he's outside of Ashland, Oregon, but he doesn't hear well. Somewhat like what you have, maybe a lot of local noise or something, because he wasn't copying me either. We made the contact, but I was the only one he heard, and about 20 other people here heard him, over.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll swing the antenna up that way. What time is it? Getting pretty late now, but I will swing that antenna and I'll listen up there, or give him a shout and see if he's anywhere around up in that area.
Well, the guys in Redding hear him easily, so when I'm pointed your way here, or a little bit north of you, I can get the guys in Redding, and they will hear him. They were working him off the back of the beam. He was being heard up by Richard's place, KD6BQ. Richard heard him. Quite a few people in and around Sacramento heard him without even turning their antennas. So he's got a booming signal with a kilowatt down here. He just can't hear.
Okay, well, I'll turn the antenna up that way, be listening, but meanwhile, I'll get out of the way, and I know there's Bill and Darren, and there's other people here that hopefully want to get checked in, so I'll get out of the way and let them get checked in. WB6 ISO, Bozo 86, and I'll swing the antenna to the north.
Okay, very good, Dennis.
Whiskey 6 Foxtrot Charlie.
Victor Lima.
Okay, W6FFC, that's a new one, at least new in my current brain, K6MYC. Give me your Bozo number, over.
Bozo number is 260. My call used to be Whiskey Bravo 6 Foxtrot Charlie, but it's now W6FFC, and I'm down here in Modesto visiting Brian, K60JM, over.
What did you say about Brian?
Well, I'm down here in Modesto visiting Brian, K60JM.
Okay, good. Okay, I hadn't heard him on for a couple of weeks. I'm trying to get Brian together with the other gentleman in Modesto. There's two other stations in Modesto that check in quite regularly here. One is KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima. KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima. John, are you here tonight, over?
Yeah, I'm here. KD6WVL 1179.
1179. So there you are, Brian OJM and the other gentleman in your shack there. Can you copy KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima there?
Yeah, we do actually copy him. We do copy him. And I have a note about Matt. Matt lives in Phoenix, Oregon, which is about 20 miles north of the California-Oregon border. And he is on the air listening tonight, over.
Okay. Very good. Well, I'm pointed right up his way, so if he's got any ears there from the home QTH, I don't know, is he at the home QTH or is he on the hill?
was going to be at the home QTH tonight, and so it was. I don't know if he's. It just doesn't. He's maybe too close to the hill to get a signal over the hill, but anyway, he was indeed going to be on the air tonight.
Okay, well, let me see if I can get the Reading guys in there, because he was hearing the guys in Reading off the back of the antennas, and maybe he can copy them tonight, and we can see if he's there. I'll be happy to try to pick him up there. What was your name?
The handle here is Mike, Michael Adam Kilo Echo.
Okay, Mike, very good. And do you have a QTH where you can check in from your own station?
Oh yeah, I live out in Eagle Point, and I have a W6PO KW and a couple of 5 wavelength M squares up there.
Okay, well, we ought to hear you. Eagle Point, I don't know where that is.
Yeah, and I also have 4 33 element K1FOs and a kilowatt up there. I tried to get on a couple of weeks ago on 432, but the amp died, so when I get that fixed, I'll be on 432 again.
Okay, very good. Where is Eagle Point?
Eagle Point is 12 miles northeast of Medford.
Oh, okay. So you're up there in Oregon also.
Yeah, I've been up there since 1991. Used to live in Belmont, down there in San Mateo County, and like I said, I moved up there in 91.
Okay. Have you ever heard anybody on the net here?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I've actually worked you on 6 meters and 2 meters in the past.
I probably didn't realize you were in W7 land when we worked you there. Anyway, very good. Thanks for checking in. Give my best to Brian. Tell Brian to get on here more often. And let me turn it over to John and let him introduce himself to you guys. Trying to get you guys together. Maybe you can tell Brian and all where you're located. Maybe that's what the problem is. You're maybe on the other side of town or something, John. KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima. Go ahead, K6MYC.
Oh, good evening, guys. Yeah, I'm about 1.5 miles east of the mall off of Standiford. I hear you, but I'm pointing kind of like southeast towards Mike, but you're coming through well. But I'm always on here listening, but you don't hear much other than the Bozo Net's over.
Are you guys copying John there?
I didn't copy John.
He's hearing you. Are you running high power?
I got 150 watts. My antenna's facing you.
Yeah, but he's hearing you. He's hearing you loud. So I'm struggling why you're not hearing him. Do you have a preamp on?
Yes, I do.
Give him a call and let's see if he is really copying you. Go ahead. His call is KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima, Kilo Delta 6. Whiskey Victor Lima.
86 Whiskey Victor Lima, K60JM, Kilowatt 6, Ontario, Japan, Mexico, over.
K60JM, this is KD6WVL. I hear you good, but I'm pointing toward Mike, so maybe that's the problem. Over.
I'm copying now. You're just down near the noise.
Yeah. How much power are you running, John?
I just running 50 watts. I tweaked it up a little more to the north, and he came right in there. Are you hearing me okay now?
Oh, yeah, that's working good.
He probably had you in an atomic null there or something, Brian. Okay, very good. You guys connect up. Maybe you can slide up frequency up to 250 or something and have a chat and find out where each other is located. If you didn't hear him, he told you where he was, but I won't be able to repeat it because it didn't ring a bell with me. It was something local. Some local notable point there. So, John, you guys want to go up 10?
Okay. Yeah, I'll go up 10. 86WVL. Thanks, Mike.
Okay, thank you, and thank you, OJM. Do you want to give me your Bozo number, Brian, over?
Yeah, Bozo 161. 161, over.
Okay, 161, and we also got your buddy there at 260 or whatever it was. Okay, thank you. 7-3, good luck with John there.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Alrighty. Now, let's see. We're still pointing in the Sacramento area. Okay. You guys are probably falling asleep by now. KJ6KFB, are you there, Daryl? KO6KD, are you there, Bill?
Yeah, Mike, KO6KD776 checking in, saying good evening and checking out.
Okay, why are you checking out so quick?
You're late, and I don't want to be the excuse for everybody else waiting.
Oh, okay. I know. Okay. We'll look for you in the morning. Did you try to get on in the morning, or you're not hearing anything?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's really frustrating. For the last 5 or 6 days I've been there, and I heard Mark, what was it, yesterday, I think? But yesterday and Friday, I think it was. But I cannot hear anybody else, and I don't think he's hearing me. Anyway, I did hear Bob one time, but then again, that's it. It's just been really, really horrible conditions. So, I'll be there whenever I can. But the band, I was looking forward with anticipation for the Solar Maximum. Now I'm looking forward with bated breath for the Solar Minimum.
Well, I'm not sure it's ever going to get here. I'm not looking forward to solar minimum. We just need to get rid of these big holes in the sun, over.
Well, that's just it. If the sun takes a nap, then maybe all those solar holes will seal up, and we'll stop getting it throwing stuff at us, which is making everything worse. So, anyway, that's my point. So, all right, anyway, I'll get out of here. John's waiting, and I have not heard from Darren. So, anyway, 731, we'll try it again tomorrow.
Okay, very good. Let me get. I won't do Darren until I hear him, but I'll go up and see if I can get John, KR6MR. John, are you copying me here? KR6MR, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. K6MYC in the group. KR6MR Bozo 759. You are pretty weak. You probably have to lock in on me, so a little more chatter. How's Judy doing? And I've run out of things to say.
Okay, well, you're fine. You've got a funny QSB flutter on you, but you're Q5, not bodaciously strong.
Yes, okay. Well, I'm getting an S5 to S7, so that's a good signal. Let me turn that dumb cell phone down. There we go. And get out of the breeze of the swamp cooler. Is it a little better now?
I moved the antenna here, too, at the same time, so yes, it came up a little bit and the flutter went away. We won't keep it. We'll look for you tomorrow night on 6, of course. And I want to move along. I want to catch the guys in Redding because we do have the guy up in Oregon on again, and you guys can listen for him. I think you heard him last time, KC700Y. He's supposedly at his home QTH now, and he's sitting there listening tonight. I don't know whether he's hearing or not. I think he passed on that he was hearing some voices. So I'm beaming his way with all the 1,500 watts and the 19 element Yagi at 100 feet that I can give him here. Apparently it's not working because Dennis can't hear me. And you're having trouble with the fading and all. So maybe I'm not getting any RF up to the antenna. It's all going up in smoke in the half-inch hardline. All right. Let you go, John. We'll see you tomorrow night. KR6MR, Meadow Vista, K6MYC.
Okay, 73. See you tomorrow night. KR6MR.
Okay, now I'm looking toward Redding. Charlie November 80, and we're also looking for Charlie November 82. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, KD6 SW. Are you copying to me tonight, Rich?
K6USY 1079 and Bozo 1100.
I'm not sure I'm hearing Rich here or not. Let me turn it over to you, Jerry, if you're there. KO. I got Aaron. Yeah, I got Aaron. Good evening, Aaron. We got you Trying to catch the Reading boys here before it gets any later. KO6HS, Kilo Oscar 6, Hotel Sierra, KO6HS. Any copy there, Jerry, over? Okay, very good. Q5 or Q4, Q3, but we got you, Jerry. Would you take a listen? Give a call for KC7 Oscar Yankee. Give a call for KC7 Oscar Yankee. He supposedly is listening here. Over, over. I don't know whether you copied what I asked you to do or not, because I couldn't copy your transmission. Let's see if Rich is in here. Rich, can you hear me at all? I haven't heard a trace from you yet. KD6SW, KD6 Sugar Whiskey, K6MYC. Over, over. Got you 145. Thanks very much, Rich. And can you tell me if you've heard anything from KC7 Oscar Yankee, or could you give him a call from where you are there? Over, over. Okay, I'm having real difficult propagation to you guys, so maybe that may be why we're not hearing anything from Oregon either. I won't keep you. It's late. It's very late, so we'll say 73s, and maybe we'll find out more about KC7 Oscar Yankee later. I'll try one more time on the way back from Nevada. 73 Jerry, 73 Rich, KO6HS, KD6SW. And perhaps KC7OY, K6MYC, going to Nevada. All right, 73, Mike. 73. Gotcha. Okay, Nevada. Okay, KD6BQ, I wonder if you're there, Richard, K6MYC. Okay, no Richard. KE7UQL, Kilo Echo 7, Uniform Quebec, London. Are you there, Daniel?
272 is here, over.
No, very big signal. Are you hearing anything from KC7OY tonight?
Negative. A bit of noise on the band tonight, over.
Yeah, okay. He's supposedly up there and listening, but he's at his home QTH, and I don't know what the difference is. It may not be any possibility of working him from Phoenix, Oregon. When he's on top of the hill, he came down here quite nicely. I think you heard him last week. Anyway, can you tell me if anybody else has checked in here where you are, over?
Well, we'll just give them a chance to answer up here. CQ, any Northern Nevada Bozo member, over.
How about KE7, N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, N7 VAZ? Are you here, Eric?
Yes, I did hear N7 VAZ. Go ahead, Eric.
I don't hear him.
Did you get that, Mike?
Oh, I can't find a trace of Eric, so I'll put in 1193, but I don't hear a trace of him. Tell him thanks for checking in. Over.
Okay, Eric, you got to thank you for checking in, but he's not hearing you tonight. Over. Yeah, there was some noise on the band earlier. That could be the problem.
No, I don't have any noise, and I heard him a little bit that time. Very, very weakly. Gotcha, Eric.
Roger, thank you, 73.
Yeah, 73's here. Yeah, you came up out of the noise that time. It's just QSB. It's just the band conditions. Thank you for being there. Thanks for checking in, Eric. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu 1193 K6MYC 73. Now he's gone again. Now he's down. Go ahead, Daniel.
Okay. Yeah, the band is up and down. You was down at S1 when you were talking to him and I. So, yeah, conditions are not good tonight. Over.
Yeah, it's a little flaky. Yeah. Let's see. N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT. Are you here, Larry? About K7SUN, K7 Sierra Uniform November, Fallon, Nevada. Are you here, Stan? KD6 BQ, KD6 Bravo Queen. I wonder where Richard is tonight. Maybe we're too late. Maybe he's going to bed there. Okay, 7-3, Daniel. 7-3. We'll see you on 222 tomorrow. See you on 222 tomorrow, Daniel. KE7UQL, K6MYC, 7-3.
KE7UQL, 7-3.
Thank you, bud.
November 7th, Victor Alpha Zulu, KE7UQL.
Okay, one more time up to Reading in case there's any report on KC7 Oscar Yankee. Listening for KC7 Oscar Yankee or reports that somebody has heard him. This is Mike, K6MYC, calling and listening toward Reading. Over. Well, I'm not hearing anything, Rob, so I guess we're done except for going down for Eddie.
Okay, yeah, having fun trying to keep track of everybody and logging them all in. Anyway, let's see, the website for that CQ contest, I can give it to you at the end there.
Okay, hang on. Let's go down and get Eddie and see if there's anybody else, and then we'll close it.
Were you able to stay long enough towards Modesto and Ken to get the rest of the guys there?
Yeah, I got KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima. I did not hear N6 CHH or whatever, HCC or whatever his call is, and I did not hear. But Brett and Merle usually come through whether I hear, and I did not hear Carl either, W2WRX. So there was 3 of them missing in that area.
Yeah, Dennis sure is impatient. He just can't wait till you get up there and let you finish getting people.
Yeah, well, that's the way it is.
KE6BK, Eddie, you on tonight for the 2-meter Bozo Net? KE6BK, this is KM6SRR with K6MYC. Standing by. There you are. Hey, Eddie, good to hear you.
Been here for a little bit, but worth the wait.
Okay, we appreciate it very much so. We don't have too many people down that way anymore. The other guys are very inconsistent there, over. Yeah, but we always try to get as many people as we can. Are you hearing Eddie, Mike?
Yeah, but he's very weak. Good evening, Eddie. KE6BK. Boy, you're weak tonight. We got your 858, though. Thanks very much for being there, Eddie. KE6BK, K6MYC.
Okay, Eddie, 73. Thanks for being there.
Yep, 7-3, Eddie. Boy, he's really weak. He was Q3 here, Rob.
Yeah, I don't know what my estimator was reading, but I was getting, reasonable loudness.
Okay, anybody else down south? KB6 RQU, K6MYC. Somebody in there. Who was that, Rob?
I didn't hear anything.
I heard somebody. What's my heading, Judy?
160.
Let me go back a little bit toward Lake Isabella there. QRZ or whoever it was, try again from Northern California, kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie and the Bozo Net. Over. Nope, not hearing him now. We got 41 on this end, Rob.
Boy, it hasn't even counted. Hang on.
Hey, good evening, Mike. I was at my in-laws when the net started, so I heard you call for me, but I couldn't respond at the time.
Yeah, it wasn't any problem. We were just curious if you were there. I was going to ask you a question, but we got the answers here. And
Happy 4th.
How much?
Happy 4th.
Oh, happy 4th of July from Judy here, over.
Oh, thank you, Judy. Yeah, we took the kids to the baseball game last night and stayed around for the fireworks, which was way past their bedtime. And due to hanging out with family and getting other stuff done, I did not do anything with that contest that was happening yesterday. But oh well. Sounds like John only worked one person, so if I got on, John would have worked two people, and that probably would have been it. K6USY.
Now, if you guys had called me on the phone, I would have gotten on, and that would have reminded me. I forgot about the contest, and I didn't realize that it was single sideband and CW only. They did not allow FT8, so everybody had to be on phone. And Ken did very well up there. He worked a whole bunch of stations on 6, all back east. Most of the people around him did not know the contest was on even, so we're not getting that. We're going to make some effort to get them aware of the fact that they're not publicizing it well. Nobody out here knows about it. They don't have a magazine anymore, and if nobody reads the website, they're not going to get anybody. But if they pass it on to us guys that have big webs, big nets, like we have 1,200 members, it's not 1,200 people listening here, but we have a couple hundred that are aware and would get on if they knew the contest was on. So they got to tell me about it, though, and I'll be happy to publicize the heck out of it, and so will the guys down south, I'm sure. Over.
Oh, Roger. Yeah, and I think it's just a bad weekend, and it's right after field day and the ARRL contest. You know, I blew 2 weekends last month just doing radio stuff. I didn't have enough budget in my time to spend a third weekend doing contesting again. So, I have a deal with my wife that I can do the VHF UHF contest 3 times a year, and I got away with field day this year. I'm not going to push it to try to do every contest. So, but it was interesting that this one is 6 meter and 2 meter only. That's kind of interesting to leave out 220, but oh well. And then, having it split is kind of interesting. I don't know. Maybe I'll get on next weekend and do digital if it's digital only next weekend. But we'll see how busy we are.
Well, maybe when we get a hold of him, Rob's going to give me an email address. What I'll do is I'll send him the last couple of weeks of Bozo logs on all the bands and show him we work 18 or 19 people on 12 on D6. We work 15, 16 people on 222 on a very bad night. Work almost 30 people regularly on 432. And here now tonight we got 40. We always end up banging around the 40 mark on 2 meters and 30 or so on 6. So, and 6 is, for a net check-in, that's pretty good considering we have a lot more operators on 6. They just don't bother to get on because they don't need to work. So there you are. But maybe we'll just send them copies of the logs and let them look at the call signs and the people that check it in and how many and so on. And I think that might stir them up a little bit. Over.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. It's one of those contests that I've been aware of it. I've never operated it. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens next weekend. At least it looks like they've aligned their rules with the ARRL as much as possible with a few modifications of, splitting out digital and sideband, which I think is great, having that at, separate weekends. So we'll see what happens next weekend. I've done some pretty crazy stuff with FT8 on VHF, UHF, and of course the 6 meters opens up. That's where everyone's going to be. But yeah, we'll see what happens. At least it's less bands I have to keep track of. If only I have to be on 2 bands, it makes it less complicated.
Yeah, well, the biggest problem for us out here, on top of everything else, is the damn thing starts at 5 in the morning, 1200 Zulu. That's nuts. They could start it 2 hours later, and that might give us half a chance to get some people on. But you're not going to get anybody here at 5 in the morning. If they started at 1400 Zulu, that would be helpful. 1200 Zulu is marginal. So anyway, I don't think it was 1200. What? Trying to figure out what would be a good time to suggest that they start. It seems like 1530 is 8:30, so 1500, 1400 would be fine.
Yeah, the timing's bad because you're not going to get anybody Sunday morning, and you're not going to get anybody at 5 a.m. on Saturday. It's really just going to be Saturday afternoon, maybe in the morning, and then the rest of the time it's going to be quiet. Okay, well, let's send it up to Rob and see if he's got his count. K6USY.
Well, the other thing that we could do is tell them it could be like the ARRL contest. It starts at 11 a.m. no matter where you are. If you're on the East Coast, it starts at 11 a.m., I think. And if you're on the West Coast, it starts at 11 a.m. What's the difference on VHF? The only band that could have any effect on is 6. Over.
That one's based off of UTC time as well. So it starts at the same time in all time zones. It just happens to be 11 o'clock for us. It doesn't start until the afternoon on the East Coast.
Yeah, well, there you are. So why are they pushing it to 7 a.m. in the morning on the East Coast? That's crazy, or 8 a.m. Anyway, so little things like that would make it more pleasant for the guys out here. Maybe you let it run a little bit longer on Sunday. Let it run till 3 o'clock in the afternoon on the East Coast or something. Run it till noon at least here, so we got half a chance for some propagation. Over.
Right, and that's why the ARRL contest is as long as it is. So you get all the different times of the day, and you get a chance to work everybody. Although Sunday tends to be pretty quiet.
All right, we're done. Jody, you want to get out of here? I want to get out of here, but I just thought we'd kick it around so we have some common thoughts that we're going to try and get to them. Rob, you want to give me that email address, and Jody will write it down. Over.
Okay, yes, thank you, and good evening, Aaron. Yeah, I had 41. How many did you get tonight?
41.
Okay, we agree. That's good. Yeah, the website is https://CQWW-VHF.com.
Was it /VHF?
No, -VHF.
Oh, -VHF. Okay, CQWW / not / VHF, Victor Hotel Foxtrot. He's got it now. Thank you.
Yeah, and they have a contact form on there, so they don't really give an email to go to.
Is that VHF.com?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. All right, good night, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. We're out of here. Thanks for putting up with the long and drawn-out net. I'm sorry that Ken got a little frustrated with me. Ken's got a little delay in his system. Apparently, he doesn't hear it. And nobody else complains that I step on him, but he does, and I don't think I stepped on him at all tonight. We were listening, and Judy and I said, Judy says, you weren't talking. I said, I know I wasn't talking when Ken said I was talking, so we were confused about that. So there's some funny thing going on in Ken's delay system or something. Maybe he was listening to the stream or something. I don't know.
Well, Mike, I get stepped on every once in a while also. It's just the way the net goes. When you're doing it in a hurry, it goes fast.
Well, yeah, and I don't want to have a long delay between times, but I usually hear people that call in. When they call in, I get them. And the only guy I didn't write down 107 tonight. 107 on there? Did you did you get Dane?
No, I didn't think he called in tonight.
He did, and he was right in the middle of that debacle with Dennis, and I got so rattled with that one I didn't get him. 107. So we got 42.
Yep, me too.
Sorry about that, Dane, if you're still listening. He understands how this goes. All right, we're out of here. Good night, all. Good night, Aaron and Brittany in the background there. Good night, K6MYC, clear and closing the 2-meter Bozo Net.
All right, good night, Mike. Good night, Judy. And, yeah, you're not the only one that gets frustrated with Dennis. All of us listening were getting frustrated as well. I even texted Rob. Okay, we'll catch you guys later. K6USY. Go ahead, Rob.
Okay, thanks, Aaron. Yep, I don't know. And Dennis does it every time, and he doesn't hear well, like I was telling you, Aaron. So I guess it's just something you got to put up with. But he has check-ins, and that gives his contact a little more importance to Mike there. So we'll say 73 is Mike and Judy, K6MYC, KM6SR, and 73 Aaron, K6USY, KM6SRR.
Good night.
And K6USY is off.